Idea, Rachita, and Shabnam.
Bro, Shabnam, can you explain to me what the cell cycle is? I'm really lost.
Okay, bro, I got you.
About the human cell. Before we learn more about the phases of the cell cycle, let's understand what a human cell is. Your body is made of trillions of cells, and right now, millions of them are dividing to help you grow or heal. In a normal human cell, you will find 46 chromosomes packed inside the nucleus. These chromosomes are tightly packed structures made of DNA, and they are found inside the nucleus of a cell. They contain genes, which are the instructions that control how the body grows and functions. Before a cell divides, DNA is copied, creating two identical sister chromatids that are connected together by a centromere. A chromatid is one half of a copied chromosome. When the cell divides, the sister chromatids separate and each becomes an individual chromosome in the new cells. But to make things easier to see today, we are going to look at a model cell with an equation of 2n equals 6. This means our cell starts its journey with 6 total chromosomes which travel in 3 matching pairs. To see exactly how this works, let's look at our model. First, let's look at the model's equation, which is 2n equals 6. The 2 in the equation means the cell is a diploid, having 2 sets of chromosomes, while the n is the number of unique chromosomes in a single set. Altogether, the end of the equation, which is equals 6, means our cell starts its journey with 6 total individual chromosomes, which travel in 3 matching homologous pairs. Because the cell has 2 of each type of chromosome, they group into what biologists call homologous pairs. Homologous just means they match in size and shape, and the types of genetic instructions they carry. In the model, the 6 chromosomes will form 3 distinct pairs. The first pair contains 2 large chromosomes, one from mom and one from dad. Pair 2 has 2 medium chromosomes, one from mom and one from dad, while pair 3 has 2 small chromosomes, which is also one from mom and one from dad. Now, let's move on to what the cell cycle is actually about. Let's dive straight into the longest part. Interphase is where the cell spends about 90% of its life. The DNA isn't tightly packed yet. Instead, it's relaxed inside the nucleus, so the cell can read the genetic instructions. Interphase consists of G1, S, and G2, which are part of the cell cycle. First up in the interphase is the G1 phase, which stands for gap 1. Think of this as the cell's everyday life. Right now, our cell has 6 individual uncopied chromosomes. During G1, the cell is incredibly active, causing the cells to grow physically larger, copy its organelles, and synthesize the proteins and energy reserves needed for upcoming DNA synthesis. It's basically doing its daily job and building up enough energy and size to prepare for the big replication step ahead.
But what if the cell doesn't want to divide again?
That's where the G0 phase comes in. Instead of moving to the next step, some cells take permanent exit from the active cell cycle right here. This is an inactive, non-dividing phase that is considered to be outside of the cell cycle. Highly specialized cells, like your neurons or muscle cells, stay in G0 forever. They keep doing their daily jobs to keep you alive, but they rarely, if ever, replicate or split again. Now, let's move on to the S phase. The S phase, or also known as the synthesis phase, is the second part of the cell cycle where the cell copies its DNA. During this phase, each chromosome is duplicated, which creates 2 identical sister chromatids. These chromatids are then joined together by a centromere. This makes sure that when cells divide, each new daughter cell receives a complete and identical set of chromosomes. The next phase is G2 phase, or also known as gap 2 phase. This is the third part of the cell cycle. This stage is right after DNA replication, where the cell continues to grow and prepare for cell division. During G2, the cell makes proteins, produces organelles, repairs any DNA mistakes, and checks that the DNA was copied correctly. The cell also builds the structures needed for mitosis, the last phase, making sure it's ready to divide into 2 new daughter cells. The last stage of the cell cycle is M phase, which stands for mitosis. It is the shortest phase out of the 4 phases. This is the stage of the cell cycle when the cell divides. During this phase, the nucleus separates through mitosis, where the duplicated chromosomes are divided into 2 identical sets. The M phase has 4 different parts to it, better known as prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. Prophase is the first stage of mitosis. In this stage, chromatin condenses into visible chromosomes, the nuclear membrane breaks down, and spindle fibers begin to form. Phase. In metaphase, the chromosomes line up perfectly along the middle of the cell as the spindle fibers attach to their centromeres. During the third stage of mitosis, anaphase, sister chromatids are pulled apart by spindle fibers toward the opposite ends of the cell, becoming individual chromosomes. After mitosis, cytokinesis occurs, which divides the cytoplasm and creates 2 genetically identical daughter cells. The cell cycle is now complete. Do you get it now, Ruchita?
I get it now. Where did you learn all this?
Our amazing teacher, Dr. Valenti, taught me all of this.